What's going on, guys? Welcome back to this week's episode of Punters Playbook, where unfortunately it's the final episode, the final regular season episode of Punters Playbook for the year. All right, as it so often happens, the NRL has ran its course for another year. Finals footy's knocking on the door. Okay, they're right outside. Teams are lining up. They've got their seats ready, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do finals Punters Playbook episodes. I might not. It's going to be something I think about over the next few days. I think there's good chances I will, because I love doing this. So good chances I will do finals Punters Playbooks. We'll just see. Okay, but it's sad, another year of rugby league is all grown up and leaving the house, and they've got a wife and kids, and they don't have any time for me anymore. Cat Stevens. Whatever that song's called. Cats in the Cradle? Cat Stevens. Anyway. So yeah, this is the last episode of Punters Playbook for the year, so we're going to make it a good one. I don't have much to talk about for the start of the video. We'll just remind you guys we are going live Friday night at 8 p.m. for the Roosters-Rabbitohs game. Big rivalry game. Everyone knows it. Okay, Roosters hate Rabbitohs, Rabbitohs hate Roosters. Cameron Murray's back. Jack Whiten's back. He's captain. Cody Walker's back. Keon's back. Latrell's injured. Alex Johnson's got to score 3 tries and he breaks Ken Irvine's record. There's a lot of things happening on Friday night. And trust me, you don't want to be the one guy who missed out. You don't want to be the one sore, wimpy kid loser who wasn't there, who wasn't attending the stream, who wasn't in the Neds group, who wasn't in the pot, who wasn't getting money. Because we're going to be putting $500 on Alex Johnson's score hat trick. But I think that's all I've got to say. Live stream Friday, last regular season episode of Punters Playbook. Shout out to everyone on Spotify, giving it a listen right now. And yeah, I don't know. I did. I think let's get into some punting. Let's get in. Tippers Playbook. Okay, the last Tippers Playbook for the year. The last Tippers Playbook for the year. It's going to get old, me continuously saying last, when I'm probably going to do finals Punters Playbook next week. All right, Broncos versus Storm, Suncorp Stadium. I think the Broncos are probably going to win this one, guys. All right, Reece Walsh has been playing phenomenally. I don't mind Ben Hunt. I don't mind Billy Walters in the halves. Though, Jerome Hughes is back, Elliot Taylor's back, Xavier Coates is back. It's going to be a big game. It's going to be hard to pick. There's going to be a lot of tries in it. But just for the controversy and not being just a basic white boy, I'm picking the Broncos here. Because I reckon I've picked the Storm every Tippers Playbook this year. Manly versus the Warriors. I'm going to pick Manly here. I know, shock horror. Honorary war in that. Should be picking the Warriors. I'm picking Manly. All right, it's at Brookvale Oval. The Warriors really haven't looked the same since the loss of Metcalf and Barnett. And now Wade Egan's not there, who's a bit of a spiritual leader for them. Manly, on the other hand, hot, been looking really good. They're hungry, they've got something more to play for, I think, than the Warriors do, and that's getting into the 8. Yeah, a lot of the guys at Manly there are looking good. They're coming into form. And honestly, I think I'd rather see Manly in the 8 than the Roosters. I know a couple of weeks ago I said I definitely don't want the Manly in the 8. Who wants to see the Manly in the 8? I quote that. But yeah, I think I'd rather them over the Roosters, but I'd rather the Dolphins over Manly. So yeah. But I think Manly going to win this one. Long, drawn-out response. Didn't need it. Roosters, Rabbitohs. I'm picking the Rabbitohs here. I bleed red and green and white sometimes, and a little bit of black. Okay. And yeah, I think if I can give you a play-by-play on how this game's going to go, Roosters score early, probably a mark, probably a tupo. Then they probably score another one. Maybe Angus Crichton through a gap, something like that. It looks like Rabbitohs down and out. Tights first half, 12-0 first half, Rabbitohs on the ropes. Murray hasn't had much ball time. All right, playing in a 17 jersey, hasn't had much ball time. Second half, here we go. Murray's on the field. Cody's on the field. Whiten's been on the field. Keon's been on the field. All of the big names have been on the field. Then shit starts happening. Click, click, clack, snip, snap. Brendan Smith out there, snapping necks, cashing checks. Cameron Murray just out there, a tackle a minute type stuff. Well, probably not a tackle a minute, because that then means that we have not had any ball. And we're going to have plenty of ball. And then it's going to be 18. It's going to be like 24-12. And, Havili might score one try, and Alex Johnson's going to score a hat-trick. Fans storm the field. Alex Johnson's lifted up above the crowd, and they're kind of like chucking him, but playfully chucking him, not chucking him too hard and to the point where he might battery or something, assault. But they're playfully just sort of chucking him up and down. AJ. That one Roosters guy I see all over TikTok and Instagram, he is not doing the Rooster Man dance. He is crying. And Alex Johnson is now the record holder, and Daniel Tupou isn't. So that's probably how that game's going to go. Dragons, Penrith. I got Penrith here. Dragons they looked really hot like 3 or 4 rounds ago. Now all of a sudden they're the worst team in the comp. And Cleary's playing, and Isaiah Yo's playing, and Edwards is playing, and there's a lot happening there for Penrith. So I think Penrith going to win this one. Titans, Tigers. I'm actually going to pick the Titans here. I think the Titans are going to get a win. Okay, good stock win. And I reckon that'll give them a better for and against, and the Knights will get the spoon in the last round of the year. I don't know. We'll have to confirm that the ladder at the end of the episode, because I actually don't know where it stands. But yeah, I'm going Titans over the Tigers. Crazy, right? I've been a bit of a Tigers fan as of late, but I'm picking the Titans here. Crazy stuff. Bulldogs, Sharks. I'm going to look for the Sharks here, actually. To be honest, I'm going to look for the Sharks. I think the Doggies probably will have a really great game at a core, round out the season. Because there's been a few highs, been a few lows for the Doggies, and they're probably not going to win a grand final. So they probably want to end their season on a high for the fans at a core. So I'm going to take the Sharks here. Even though all of that said, I'm going to take the Sharks. Okay, I think the Sharks have looked pretty good, and it just seems like one of them games the Sharks win. Dolphins, Raiders. Raiders are resting 10 players. Dolphins aren't. I'm going to take the Dolphins. Could come back to bite me. I am sort of picking off the bookies here. Whatever they put up, I'm picking. Final game of the round, Parramatta versus the Knights. The Knights are going to lose this one. They're going to get a spoon. Parramatta are going to win. Congratulations, Parramatta Eels. You've had one of the all-time ends to a rugby league season after serious travesty. And the Cowboys season ended early last week, so yeah, shout out. That's Tipper's Playbook. Bit drawn out. Let's get into the multis. Okay? Because where do I need to be? Multis. Okay, here we go. First game. Broncos, Melbourne Storm. Head-to-head. Melbourne Storm have won each of their last 20 matches following a loss. 9 of the Broncos' last 10 home matches against Melbourne have gone over the total match points line. Ryan Papenhuyzen has scored at least one try in 7 of his last 8 appearances with Melbourne as a favourite in Queensland. Will Warbrick has scored at least one try in each of his last 4 appearances in Queensland. Jesse Arthurs has scored a try in each of his 4 previous appearances with the Broncos as an underdog against Melbourne. Jerome Hughes has scored at least one try in 4 of his last 5 previous appearances with Melbourne as a favourite against the Broncos. Reece Walsh has scored a try in 4 of the Broncos' last 5 matches. Ben Hunt has scored at least one try in 4 of his last 5 appearances with Brisbane as a home underdog. And Xavier Coates has scored 2 or more tries in each of Melbourne's last 3 matches against teams on a winning streak. And look for Melbourne to cover the line here. They've covered the line in 11 of their last 12 away matches against Brisbane. My multi for this one, I'm going with Pappy, Eli Katoa, Melbourne cover the line. So pretty nice, simple. I just think Pappy's kind of been due. He went on a try-scoring streak at the start of the year there. And then he sort of cooled off, and he had a really lackluster game last week. I think with Jerome Hughes back, it's going to unlock him a little bit, running the ball through the middle, line breaks and that. I think Pappy's due. And Eli Katoa is always dangerous underneath a Munster boot, underneath a Hughes boot. So, yeah, that's my reasoning for that multi. But I also don't mind Jerome Hughes. I've had luck betting on halfbacks and 5/8s lately, so. Manly Warriors. Head-to-head, the Warriors have won 6 of their last 7 matches in New South Wales. Each of Manly's last 4 night matches at Brookvale Oval have gone under the total match points line. The Warriors have lost the first half in 8 of their last 9 matches following a home loss. Jason Saab has scored at least 1 try in each of 6 previous appearances in New Zealand. Dallin Watene-Zelezniak has scored at least 1 try in 8 of his last 9 away appearances against teams on a winning streak. Leka Halasima has scored a try in 4 of the Warriors' last 5 matches as an underdog. Adam Pompey has scored at least 1 try in each of the Warriors' last 3 matches. And look for the Warriors to cover the line, as they have covered the line in each of their last 5 night matches after losing as a favourite. My multi for this one, I'm just going to go Pompey and Warriors. I'll go Warriors. I'll go Pompey, but Warriors cover the line. If the Warriors win, they win by a converted try, essentially. And they have the chance to lose by less than a converted try. So I'm going the Warriors. I'm going Pompey. Warriors cover the line, Pompey. Drawn out once again. This is drawn out episode. Hey, it's the last club season, regular season episode of Punters Playbook for the year. Let a brother be. All right. Now for the coup de grace. A lot of stats here. Head-to-head, the Rabbitohs have won each of their last 3 matches as an underdog. Boom, cuz. 8 of the Roosters' last 9 matches have gone over the total match points line. Mark Nwaganita-Wase has scored at least 1 try in each of his last 7 previous appearances against teams on a winning streak. Daniel Tupou has scored at least 1 try in each of the Roosters' last 6 home matches. Tai Munro has scored at least 1 try in 8 of his last 10 appearances in New South Wales. Tallis Duncan has scored at least 1 try in 3 of South Sydney's last 4 home matches. Realise, just like, nah, jokes. Jai Gray scored at least 1 try in South Sydney's last 2 matches against the Roosters. And the Rabbitohs have covered the line in 9 of their last 10 night matches in Sydney. So that was a bit drawn out, a little bit chaotic, a little bit going on. There's a lot to like in there. I like Tallis Duncan's, I like Jai Gray's, and I like the line stat there. But I'm simply going to go with Alex Johnson for a hat trick. Alex Johnson hattie. It's all I want. It's all I need. Makes sense. Okay, there's going to be a lot of... If you tune in on a live stream on Friday night, there's going to be a lot of Alex Johnson hattie talk. All right, we're going to be mainly talking Alex Johnson. We're mainly going to be talking hat tricks. All right, so... Yeah, if it doesn't make sense to you, get 3 head. Head-to-head, Penrith won each of their last 6-day matches. 4 of the Dragons' last 5 home matches against Penrith have gone over the total match points line. In each of the Dragons' last 10 matches at Wynn Stadium, its starting left wing has scored at least 1 try. It's Tyrell Sloan. Milky Bar Kid has scored at least 1 try in each of his last 6 away appearances. Christian Tuipulotu has scored at least 1 try in each of his last 5 appearances at Wynn Stadium. Casey McLean, which, really quickly I want to talk Casey McLean here. I don't know why Casey McLean or how Casey McLean is still on these betting apps paying $2 plus. All right, the kid scores tries. It's almost guaranteed. So if you want to double $1,000, if you want to make $2,000, put $1,000 on Casey McLean. I'm telling you. Actually, don't do that, because I have no way of guaranteeing that that'll happen. All right, and this isn't a gambling show. All right, I just read stats. Casey McLean has scored at least 1 try in 5 of his last 6 appearances. So yeah, it makes sense. And look for the Dragons to cover the line, as the underdog has covered the line in each of the Dragons' last 8-day matches. So, a bit of a time of day stat, I guess you could call that. A time of day stat. My multi for this one, should probably add, I'll look towards a Penrith 13 plus. Milky Bar Jenkins. If you can't tell, I'm coming up with these on the fly. I said I wasn't going to do that anymore in last week's episode, but hey, old cat loves his old ways, or something like that. I don't know how it goes. Old cat can't kill old ways. I don't know. Not a quote guy. Head to head, the Titans have lost 12 of their last 13 matches in Queensland. That's actually crazy. Each of the last 5 matches between the Titans and the Tigers have gone under the total match points line. If you can hear that bird in the background also, I don't know what kind of, gain this mic's doing for me, if it's cutting anything out back there. There is a bird out there whipping shit. Whipping shit, cutting sick, making a lot of noise, so I apologise. I can't control it, the native flora and fauna. All right. First try scorer, AJ Brimson, has been the first try scorer in each of the Gold Coast Titans' last 2 home matches against the Tigers. So pretty specific, but he's playing in the centres, so there's probably a little bit more of a chance there for him. The Gold Coast Titans have lost the first half in 7 of their last 8 home matches. So look for the Tigers there. Philip Sami has scored at least 1 try in 5 of his last 6 appearances against the Tigers. Taylor May has scored a try in each of his last 3 appearances against teams on a losing streak. Jareem Buller has scored a try in 3 of the Tigers' last 4 home matches. Is it a home match? No, sorry, it's not a home match. It just says, okay, ignore that. Stafford To'o has scored 2 tries in each of his last 2 appearances in Queensland, and look for the Tigers to cover the line, as Gold Coast have failed to cover the line in 9 of their last 10 home matches against teams on a losing streak. I don't know. For my multi, I don't know about my multi for this one. I guess I'm just going to go unders. I guess I go Titans, unders, Jaden Campbell. Oh, no. I'll go Titans, unders, Carter Gordon. The new kid on the block, Carter Gordon. So, interested to see what he can do. Put a picture of him on screen, because maybe some of you guys don't know who Carter Gordon is. All right? But apparently, he plays in the halves and stuff. And well, the Gold Coast Titans attract these sort of blonde-haired yahoos a lot of times. Head-to-head, Bulldogs. The home team have won each of the Bulldogs' last 7 matches. Simple stuff. 5 of the Bulldogs' last 6 matches at Accor Stadium have gone under the total match points line. Cronulla have conceded 11 to 20 points in each of their last 4 night matches. In each of Cronulla's last 8 matches at Accor Stadium, its starting right wing has scored at least 1 try. Sione Katoa. Kale Iro has scored at least 1 try in his last 10 appearances, 9 of his last 10. In 4 of Cronulla's last 5 away matches, the opposition's starting left centre has scored at least 1 try. That's critter. $3. Like it. In 4 of Cronulla's last 5 away matches, the opposition's starting right wing has scored at least 1 try. That's Eniari Tuala. I don't know how to say his first name. Tuala. And then Billy Kicks has scored a try in 3 of his last 4 home appearances against the Sharks. And look for Cronulla to fail to cover the line, because in each of their last 5 away matches, they haven't covered the line. What would an episode of Punters Playbook be without a few fucked up stats? All right. Seriously, what would it be? It wouldn't be Punters Playbook at all. So, but my multi for that one, I'm going to just take a Kale Iro and a Billy Kicks. Dolphins, Raiders head to head. The Raiders have won each of their last 5 matches as an underdog. Yeah, but this was obviously they had players. So, but we don't know. Once again, it's kind of like Penrith last week. You don't know what kind of cloth these young fellas are made of. What they cut from. I don't know. Each of the Dolphins' last 4 matches have gone over the total match points line. Cody Nikorima scored a try in each of his last 6 appearances with the Dolphins as a home favourite. Tamale has scored a try in each of Canberra's last 5 matches against opponents from Queensland. Chevy Stewart, in each of the Dolphins' last 4 matches, the opposition's starting fullback has scored at least 1 try. The Hammer has scored at least 1 try in each of his last 4 previous appearances against Canberra. Adam Cook, don't know who he is, plays for Canberra, name tag. In each of Canberra's last 3 matches, its starting 5'8" has scored at least 1 try. Look for the Raiders to cover the line. All right, the Dolphins have failed to cover the line in each of their last 5 matches, so look for the Raiders to do that. It's 14.5, 14.5 points. If the Raiders can defend, then looks good. And big win, little win. Canberra have won each of their last 5 matches as an underdog by a margin of 1 to 12 points. Cool. Thanks, cuz. Yeah, multi for that one. I'm going to go Cody Nicarima. Do I back a Cody twice? Yeah, he was good to me last week. I'll go Cody Nicarima, Dolphins. I don't know. I'm not that invested in that game. I'm so sorry. I probably could have thought of something better there, but yeah, just not that invested. Last game of the round. Parramatta. Head-to-head. Newcastle have lost each of their last 8 matches. 7 of Parramatta's last 8 matches at CommEx Stadium have got under the total match points line. First half, head-to-head, Parramatta have won the first half in each of its last 6 matches against Newcastle. Will Penasini, in each of Newcastle's last 6 matches, opposition starting right centre, has scored at least 1 try. In each of Newcastle's last 5 matches, the opposition starting wing has scored at least 1 try. Left wing, Josh Adokar. Mitchell Moses has scored at least 1 try in 4 of Parramatta's last 5 matches against Newcastle. Fletcher Hunt has scored a try in each of his last 2 away appearances. In each of Parramatta's last 2 home matches, the opposition starting left centre has scored at least 1 try, my boy Brady Best. And look for Parramatta to fail to cover the line, because Parramatta have failed to cover the line in each of their last 7 matches against teams on a losing streak. It's a line of 13.5. If Newcastle can defend, shout out to them. A multi. I think Parramatta will cover the line. I think Newcastle are going to get humped pretty bad. I reckon Parramatta are going to have a good night out for the last game of the year. They have a big point to prove going into next year. I'm going to go Para 13 plus. Mitchell Moses anytime. Josh Adokar anytime. Will Penasini anytime. Do something about it. Do something about it. Yeah, Cowboys. Shout out. That's it. That's it for stats and multis. Let's go over to the board. Don't want to waste any of your time. It's the last board of the year, maybe. Last regular season board of the year. Because we might do a finals board, lad. Come on, coach. What am I doing here? Let's go over the board. Okay, it's the final board of the year. I gotta stop, man. I gotta stop. I can't stop myself. Cash cows this week. Broncos, $2.35. As I said at the start of the video, Punters Playbook, I think they got a chance. Was $2.55. Rabbits, $3.75. Hear me out. A Rabbitohs Roosters club game is different than just, the Roosters playing the Bulldogs or something. Okay, it's a very different. A lot of hot heads out there. The Roosters can lose track of what needs to be done. So yeah, that's my reasoning for putting my club in cash cow. Titans, $2.05. They got a good as chance as any. Sharks, $2.35. A lot of these teams, all of these teams I've actually picked, other than the Wars. Storm, they're a lock, $1.62. Manly, $1.52. They're a lock. Roosters, $1.28. They're a lock. Penrith, $1.22. They're a lock. Dolphins, $1.25. They're a lock. Parramatta, $1.22. They're a lock. Long shots, Knights, $4.25. Makes sense. Raiders, $3.90. 10 players rested, makes sense. Dragons, $4.25. Been losing, makes sense. Try time me, please. Ryan Pappenhausen on the Thursday night, $2.10. What are we talking about? It's Ryan Pappenhausen. He scores tries. Right? He's probably been the most reoccurred player on try time this year. I don't know. Give me some stats. Someone go back through, watch every episode, see how many times Ryan Pappenhausen's been on try time. Jesse Arthur's $2.40. He's back. He's hot. He's going to score a try. Dallin Wateni-Zalesniak, $2.15. It's been a little bit quiet, a little bit cold out on his wing. He needs something to warm him up. Falalo, Clayton Falalo. I don't know how to say his name. Plays for Manly. Sorry. $2.50. Makes sense. Pretty sure he's on a wing, maybe on a center. AJ, $1.70. Okay, he's not paying much. It's not typically that we put anything lower than $1.90 on try time, okay? But it's AJ, and he's going to break the record, right? And no one's just putting a single AJ on because he's not going to score one try, right? He's going to score 3. So you're going to be putting AJ to make a hat trick. So AJ being on here for $1.70 is just kind of an envoy, if you will. Victor Radley, $4.80. Casey McLean, $2.20. This is what I'm talking about. McLean's, man. Matty Fine, $3.60. He scores tries, all right. Heath Mason, $4.80. Don't know why I put Heath Mason on here, all right. He's playing in the number 14. He's coming off the pine. Just like his name. Just a good, strong rugby league name. Heath. Don't have any Heaths anymore. So it's a good, strong, honest, hard-working rugby league name. Heath Mason, $4.80 makes sense. Do it. Carter Gords, my mate Carter Gordon, debuting in the centres for the Titans. He's paying $2.80. That's pretty simple punting. Sione Katoa at $2.30, pretty prolific try scorer. $2.30 is great for a winger. Connor Tracy, $3.60. What are we talking about? Tracy will score a try. He came close last week. Tamale, $2.35. We like that. Jeremy Marshall King, $5.40. Don't know why I put him on here. Don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. Dommy Young, $2.20. And Sam Rani for Parramatta, $4.10. All right. For some reason, Sam Rani has some paranormal, almost spiritual way of scoring tries. Soon it's just whenever he's sort of in range of a rugby league pill, he's typically scoring the try, not even passing, not kicking, any of the other stuff, playing the ball. He's just scoring. And the last regular season Clubland Punters Playbook trawler bet for the year, I've gone with Pappy anytime, I've gone with Lehigh anytime, and I've gone with AJ for 2 or more. And I've gone with Titans 1 to 12, and I've gone with Sam Rani anytime. Okay, and that's paying a whopping shitfuck amount of $181.90. Okay. So that's my trawler bet for the week. I have one more segment to get through. Okay, we're bringing it in right at the end of the year. It's been in the talks for a few weeks now that we were going to do one. But I got a mate on the inside, all right, and he knows his way around the rugby league punting game, seen it firsthand, all right, and we might do this next year. It might be reoccurring next year, but we got Blinky's pick of the week, okay? Blinky's pick of the week, Blinky's multi of the week, whatever you want to call it. All right, the guy gets rugby league, so if you want to be paid, I'd suggest just doing the damn thing. Copying this bet, slapping $10 on it, all right? He's given me an ass whopper for the last Punters Playbook of the year. It goes a little something like this. Xavier Coates anytime. Dallin Wateni-Zalesniak anytime. Alex Johnston anytime. Milky Bar Kid anytime. Melbourne, Warriors, Roosters, and Penrith all to win. Big pick for the last round. Stack me up, lad. All right, so that's Blinky's pick of the week, lad. That's Blinky's pick of the week. I don't know how I'm going to edit or put that in. Probably just something on the screen. But that's almost a trawler bet in and of itself. That's immortality stuff. If that hits, well, the bet slip will be framed and put on the wall. Something like that. I don't know. That's it, guys. That's it for the episode. That's it for the last regular Clubland season episode of Punters Playbook for the year. Should have a tally up the top how many times I've said that. I've mentioned it. It's the last episode of the year. But if this has got you down in the dumps because you're thinking, man, what am I going to do without Punters Playbook? I could probably just suggest to you that we will probably be in the studio for a couple finals Punters Playbooks, all right? They might be filmed differently. They might be done differently. There mightn't be the board. The board mightn't be involved. There's a few factors. Okay, there's a few things I've got to look over, but there will be some sort of punting. There will be some sort of punting video posted on the channel. That's for the rest of the year. For finals footage. But otherwise, expect normal round recaps, just recapping the finals rounds. And then it's truly over, and then you truly have to wait until February. So, anyways, guys, that's it. That's it from me. I got to get out of here. Subscribe to the channel. We just hit 3.8K today, so that feels really good. Yeah, as I said at the start of the video, we started doing Punters Playbooks with 10 subs, and now I'm making these epic, higher quality videos with 3.8 thousand subscribers, and we're on Spotify, and we're just everywhere, and we're hot right now. So, thank you very much for all your support. I probably wouldn't keep doing it if you guys weren't watching the videos, liking and subscribing, etc. So yeah, subscribe. Thank you. Subscribe. Thank you. Subscribe. Thank you. Spotify, my love child, my baby, my everything. Go check it out. Okay, it's doing really well. It could be doing better. So I suggest you go listen on Spotify. If you're someone who thinks that they would rather listen to me on Spotify, go listen on Spotify. And then, of course, check out Instagram, check out TikTok, tune into the live stream on Friday night. I swear to God, you're not going to want to miss it. Thank you guys so much for all of the support across every episode of Punters Playbook this year. It's been amazing. I'm living out a dream. And yeah, fuck yeah. Stay tuned. Stay tuned because we're going to be doing something similar. There'll be a finals Punters Playbook, I promise. All right, one last hurrah. Thanks, guys. Have an outstanding weekend. Get up on a few bets, and make Punters Playbook proud. Peace, God. Deuces.